day to you.
Great day, Wet. Great day, man. I appreciate you, Mark, for being on the stream. I appreciate all of our subscribers, all of our listeners, everyone that's going to be able to gain so much information from what we're about to share. If you're a landscape professional, whether you're cutting grass or whether you're providing landscape transformations, we've been able to provide both of those for over 15 years. And it says that we have a tremendous amount of information that we would like to share with you based on the knowledge that we've been able to gain over the last 15 to 20 years working in the industry. We went from cutting grass to being able to build multi-million dollar landscaping companies, a lot of which you guys are able to see on our YouTube channel. But I think it's necessary that we begin to help you understand how to navigate the 2025 digital age. And in order to do so, it's necessary that you begin to understand how to begin to implement AI into your business. And so we're going to begin to help you do that. I have my good friend with me, Marvin Ingram with Premium Greens. He's been in business just as long as I have, if not longer. We're talking over 15 years, providing customers with an amazing outdoor landscape experience, but most importantly, being on the forefront in order to help landscape professionals like yourself understand why we have called this a recession-proof landscaping group, where we come up with ways to make sure that if you implement the skills and the tips and the knowledge that we give you, you're going to be able to truly say that you're a recession-proof business simply based on the integrations that you're able to use. So without further ado, I want to bring my good friend Marvin Ingram on, and I want you to introduce yourself and help the people understand a little bit about you.
Hey, great day. My name is Marvin Ingram, owner of Premium Greens Landscape and Design, where we help homeowners add value to their property while creating a more enjoyable luxury living space to their outdoor living. So, like Greg said, I've been in business over since 2010. And started out really quick, like you said, cutting grass. We all did. Started out cutting grass and kind of moved forward from there. But along the way, we didn't have a lot of mentors and people, at the time, back in 2010, to gain or give knowledge to. Everybody that you knew was just starting out in the, starting their businesses out, things of that nature. So we're kind of
Yeah.
just crashing and burning at the same time, trying to help each other. But now, we have, start to understand and learn the some ins and outs about the landscape and about, just business in general, and just want to share our knowledge honestly, because like I said, Greg didn't have anybody to help him to, come, just jump over some hurdles, along the way. So we just here to, gain some give you guys some knowledge, and, guys, if you have any question, things of that nature, please feel free to drop them down in the chat, and we'll definitely take a look at them and answer you back. But, hey, I'm just honored to be here.
Absolutely. I'm glad to have you here, Marvin. We're going to get straight into it for the viewers, because I think that the most important part of what we're trying to help them understand by going and becoming more familiar with AI, which we're going to show you 3 proven steps that you can begin to implement tomorrow that's going to help you begin to get better efficiency out of your business and save you more time. You see, the future proofing of to do that is by being able to smarter landscape. That's right. Landscape smarter, faster, and most importantly, be able to communicate with your customer in a more focused way. So when you begin to understand what AI is doing, it is allowing for you to be able to be an ally to your customer reputation. By being able to automate this process, it's also allowing for you to be able to stay innovative and stand out in a competitive market. And it's necessary for you to begin to understand that in a capitalist America, because we're talking about being able to ensure that your business is always on the forefront. And so what we want to begin to help you understand is how AI is truly changing the way that businesses are being able to level themselves, especially in the landscaping industry. With AI-driven drones, you're able to capture so much more, which we're going to go into, as well as being able to use social media marketing in order to create better ways to engage your customers, which you're about to go into, and then also being able to streamline your business by optimizing maximum efficiency through CRM systems that are powered by AI. That's right. We love getjobberbusiness.com over here because it allows for us to be able to do exactly that. Be able to use a CRM system that helps us manage leads. Most importantly, allows us to be able to track client interactions and also allows for us to be able to automate our entire lead flow. And so by being able to stay connected with your clients, it's going to offer a potential and most importantly, a personalized recommendation. And by doing so, you're also able to keep a lot of tabs on the schedule. So this CRM is going to be very important. And one of the things that we want to get straight into in the ways in which you're going to be able to help your business grow in 2025. So without further ado, let's jump right in to that thought consciousness and better understand what it means for us to understand how we can begin to use a CRM system in order to better be able to help our customers, but also be able to get more time on our clock. Now, I know you've been able to see a lot with CRMs as they've grown over time. What did you think about this, Marv? The fact that AI is now driving a lot of what we do with our CRM system.
Yeah, I mean, it's good because, man, you can do so much with it. You know, matter of fact, as I think about it, you got a great one where the actual, once you call everything, AI, go ahead and answer you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I can't think
Mm-hmm.
of the actual the name of your chat bot, but
Right,
however it is, you know,
right. Right. No,
definitely.
no, I love it. Yeah, yeah. And the way chatbots work, guys, he's talking about our 24/7 availability, our ability to be able to offer a chatbot that never sleeps. So what AI is doing is allowing for you to be able to create a way that is designed to engage with your visitors on your website, your social media platforms, or even through text message or phone calls, whether a client wants a quote or in the middle of the night, or if they have a question about your lawn care services, it doesn't require you to physically have to take that phone call. That's
Right.
saving you on average about $60,000 when you think about the time you save and or the employee that you would normally have to pay. Now, the best thing about technology when you start thinking about AI and this chatbot is that it pulls all the information off of your existing website. So if this is something that you're interested in, make sure that you find a way to reach out to us by just simply asking us a question in the comments. We'll be able to reach out to you. But most importantly, understanding the ability in 2025 to be able to have an instant response is necessary. And that's one of the ways that we've been able to use our chatbot as one of the biggest advantages of the chatbot is the ability to provide instant answers to our common questions. So the common questions that customers have, this 24/7 chatbot, which is readily available to every single person, it you to be knowledgeable enough to know how to begin to use it. And so we want to begin to help you do that. And that's exactly what we've been able to do. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Mark, because it definitely says that when you're moving forward within an AI evolution, it's necessary that you find as many ways to get back that time. And so when we talk about the CRM, the reason why we talk about the CRM is because of the way in which it's allowing for us to be able to manage our lead conversion rates at a very effective manner. So now we're tracking those leads with AI enhanced CRM. And do you remember when we first got Jobber, they had no such thing of AI thought consciousness. Now I get on Jobber, you can get reviews, you can get leads, you can get so much. I mean, you can literally write out your entire quote. And then after you get through writing the message, you can ask it to rewrite it using Chat GPT.
Professional. What do they have? Professional,
Yeah,
casual.
yeah.
It's another third prompt, as well. But however you want to talk, it's definitely gonna talk. And if you don't like it, it's almost like deep seek in the deep think in the sense of just refreshing. It's gonna give you
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And
Yeah,
I think it's necessary too for everybody
it is.
listening to be able to understand that DeepSeek, if you don't have it downloaded, is something that you want to become familiar with because a lot of people have gotten so familiar with ChatGPT Chat GPT, they don't even understand the level of information that can come from a rethink. That ability to deep think into that consciousness of thought that you may have put out into the atmosphere within the Chat GPT, it would have only given you one input. Now you have an opportunity to understand how this information was gathered, how the AI worked, which gives you a lot of creativity ideas as well. And so that's one of the reasons why we love CRMs. Another reason, guys, is because it allows for us to be able to streamline our workflow. And so when you start thinking about what a CRM does in 2025, especially using AI through getjobberbusiness.com, they're going to eliminate manual data entry, freeing up so much time for more strategic tasks. And most importantly, it's going to automate your scheduling, your task reminders, and seamlessly integrate with tools like your calendar, your Google Calendar, your billing, such as your QuickBooks, and a lot of softwares that we already use, such as Constant Contact, MailChimp, Zapier, you name it. What we're finding is that these AI technologies through a CRM system are making it even easier for you to be able to create an enhanced decision-making skill. And that's what this data is allowing for you to be able to do. Through AI, you're now able to have a CRM system that provides you with data insights. And with these data insights, they're provided by AI-backed CRMs. So what this is allowing you to do is to be able to take a professional landscaper and turn him into an informed decision maker. And this informed decision maker is done so based on the data that is being shown by the client. A prime example, when someone submits their name, phone number, and email address due to an ad that they've seen online, the way that it comes in and it is segmented through my CRM, it allows for me to know what type of individual I'm dealing with, where they're located, their name, their email address. They're sending pictures now. You have the ability to send pictures. You're now having the ability to describe what exactly it is that you're talking about. And so with that type of data, it allows for you to be able to easily approach the particular customer in a way that allows for them to be able to see the value that you're going to be able to provide. And the best thing that I love about a CRM is the ability for you to be able to understand how it's scaling your business without a lot of the chaos. So whether you're managing 50 clients or 500 clients, it doesn't matter. AI doesn't care. This system organizes the information in one location, making it scalable without overwhelming your entire team. And so, when we think about some of those, better lead conversion and things of that nature, what has been some of the things that you've seen using AI and CRMs when it comes to being able to upsell or maybe cross sell through, your email marketing? I know you do a lot of that as well. So just kind of understanding how the CRM has allowed for you to gather information to be able to then offer a spring cleanup or a spring landscape service. How has that been so beneficial for you?
Well, it's been beneficial because one thing I like about it, it nurtures those leads. So say for instance that you don't get, that client, that person at first that you wanted, and they submitted everything, and some kind of way they miss you, you miss them. Come 2025, spring 2025, here they come back around because you've had that AI working the whole time, going ahead and generating and nurturing those leads, you know what I mean? Because now it's sending them back, it's putting them right back in. So they're still getting the the blogs, and they're still getting the coupons, and the quarterly your quarterly schedules,
Statements, yeah.
things of that nature, to go ahead and continue to keep on communicating to them. So that's one thing that I like about it, because it doesn't stop. Like you said, it's 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can't pay nobody to enough to stay up all night and send an email at something like that at 2, 3 in the morning, how 4 in the morning, 5, 6, whatever it is. You know what I mean? So now they come back, they give you a call. Hey, I just got this, and I seen that you had 10% off for your spring special, things of that nature, with a or your free fire pit installation with a patio type deal. So however it is, now you have them, you get back around, and continue to keep on. So that's one key thing that I really like about the whole AI in nurturing those leads. You might not get it at first, but you go ahead and now you can continue, communicating with that client until, you make make the sale. So
Yeah, yeah, no, that's good. That's good because I mean, at the end of the day, guys, what we're saying with these AI powered CRM system and why you must begin to integrate into an AI powered CRM system is because AI enhanced CRMs allow landscape professionals to not only manage client relationships, as Marv was just saying, but it also forecasts trends. It allows for you to predict customers' needs, and it allows for you to refine your operation. So as you begin to see a lot of things that maybe you wasn't aware of, you're able to then backtrack and then begin to implement them. And with an automated process and an actionable insight, such as a way in which you're able to identify how many leads you're getting, how many you're converting, you can focus more on growing your business while maintaining that stellar service. And so by adopting tools like GetJobberBusiness.com, a CRM system that is built with AI, you're now allowing the technology to consistently exceed your clients' expectations. You see, when I send that over that jobber email that allows for them to be able to receive a quote, it's way more than that of what could have ever been expected. And then guess what? When I send that quote, Jobber automatically follows up with them in 3 days. And this is the power of AI automation. This is what's allowing us to close 60% more jobs because I'm telling you, the fortune, guys, is in the follow-up. Okay? The fortune is in the follow-up. So if you can begin to create a good follow-up process, it says that the beginning point of that is being able to have the data necessary in order to be able to reach out to them. Imagine if you had a way to reach out to every single customer that requested service for you and that you did business for. How much money would you be leaving on the table? And it's just that way. And so I think that definitely the number one thing that we want you guys to begin to understand is how you can begin to use CRM systems, especially focused on AI, such as GetJobberBusiness.com. And it's going to be able to allow for you to be able to leverage your business in a way that you've never done before, by even allowing for you to improve client retention. And so now you're going to be able to give your customer a personalized communication that makes them feel valued. And when you can begin to do that with reminders about seasonal services or anniversaries, like the date you installed their dream patio, this shows that you pay attention, and it's going to be fostering a loyalty with your clients that is unmatched. And the reality is, it was nothing more than a notification that came up that then prompted automatically for that email to be sent. And so that's why these CRM tools are so important. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about, Marv, and I know that this is something that you use a lot in your business, especially with the type of retaining walls and the magnitude of work that you do. And I know that we've used it a tremendous amount as well, but it's really just focusing on how we can begin to look at how we can leverage AI-driven tools. And so when we begin to look at how AI-driven tools are able to be leveraged, it begins to give us an opportunity to be able to look at how well we can use these AI-driven softwares like SketchUp and Land Design to create realistic renderings of your landscape projects. Essentially being able to use drones in order for you to be able to better identify how you're going to provide your customer with a more real-like imagery that ultimately saves you time. And more than anything, what I've seen, Marv, is it impresses the clients with lifelike simulations. And that's big, big, big. And so I kind of wanted to get into that, get some of your thoughts on that, because I know you use this technology a lot, and it definitely could give us a greater understanding of how we may be able to help others understand the power of using drones simply to be able to better create a relationship with their customer that gets them into a paying customer and converts them on a process of your knowledge base. And so one of the things that we see with drones is that you're able to do a tremendous amount of things. We're talking about aerial mapping, we're talking about 3D modeling, we're talking about integration with different design softwares, we're talking about data analysis and reporting. An AI analyzes the drone's imagery to detect specific features like drainage issues. So when we
Yeah.
start talking about the way in which we're using our drones, we're using AI incorporated within these drones to allow for us to be able to find these drainage issues, to be able to find these erosion risks, or allow for us to be able to identify areas on the landscape, being that it may be a large landscape that we want to begin to focus on. So it definitely says that not only does it have its purpose in this 3D modeling and analysis tools that allow for you to be able to collect that data and create a detailed 3D model, we're able to take a drone shot, and based on the drone shot, the data that we're creating, it's allowing us to create 3D models, and that's allowing our landscape to be able to provide for the customer a better way for them to be able to see exactly what we're going to be able to do within that redesign. So, thinking about some of the benefits of drones, Marv, based on landscape surveys and things of that specific, what are some of the ones that you use it for in order to be a benefit for you from an AI perspective?
Man, we just go straight into just being an eye in the sky, man.
Yeah.
We use it a lot of time for time lapse, man. On the job, up and close, shots that that we have that we can't normally get from,
Mm-hmm.
you can have your videographer, photo guy out, shooting a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
pictures, but it's something else when you have that drone in the sky, man, and you coming
Yeah.
over the
Yeah.
house, and then you got everything, and it's is right there, high resolution. So you know what I mean. Is
Yeah.
like it's 4K, man. It's sweet. So it really
Yeah.
changes. It really changes the game when it comes to drone. Like you said, you can have a lot of areas, if the property is big, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have a big property that you want, and you trying to get a bird's eye view of what's
Mm-hmm.
going on, different
Mm-hmm.
angles. It's a lot of things that you can see from the air that you can't see from just ground level being down there with it. So,
Right. Right. Yeah.
it helps in simulation, with planning out the actual drawing up the actual blueprint, or the of the property. You can
Mm-hmm.
simulate that, you can show that to the client as well. You can actually insert that into the actual software that you're building for your for your plan, and you can put
Mm-hmm.
that in there as well. And it just has a number of you know uh things that I like, especially with a drone. If you don't have one, I would say, man, you really need to put that into. That's a piece of equipment, that you really need to have, just like you would, rake, shovel,
Mm-hmm.
just however, dump trailer. It really doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Trailer, that's just another piece of equipment that you really need to have, especially this day and time, because that's what helps you. On a lot of times, you throw it onto YouTube and let potential clients see the before and after of it, and it just works out really good. It's always there's a piece of content that will never die. So man, you're gonna make that
Mm-hmm.
money back from that
Yeah. Yeah.
drone, and you know 10, 50, 20x. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right. Right.
You know
Right.
what I
Right.
mean? The
That's
only
good.
thing you can do is continue to keep on just building, and getting better equipment, especially when it comes to content, because man, is you're definitely going to need it just
Right.
for
Right.
what it
And you,
is.
And you said a really good thing too, because I think a lot of people feel like, drones are expensive. Well, when you begin to understand that although they may require an upfront investment, the money that you save by being able to create content that's not only going to be able to engage your clients, but it's also going to be able to be used for a lifetime, guys. And so when you begin to understand this, you're minimizing the mistakes that could lead to costly revisions. And so when you think about that, we're talking about clients being able to appreciate faster and more accurate project assessments. So not only are you able to use a drone in order to collect data such as content in order for you to be able to share before and afters, you're also able to use it for accuracy and precision. You see, drone surveying eliminates a lot of the guesswork with precise measurements, reducing errors, and more importantly, you're going to be able to have reliable data that traditional methods just aren't able to provide. And so now when you're ensuring that pathways, plant beds, patio areas are designed and placed with precision, you're able to do that with the drone AI type consciousness that's already embedded in any type of drone that you would purchase. But the second thing is time efficiency. That's right. You see, traditional surveys and or traditional content typically took hours or even days for large properties. But with drones, you can complete the same task in a fraction of the time. For instance, a drone can survey an entire commercial property in under an hour, okay? And by doing so, it's producing actionable data points that allow for you to be able to utilize in order to help your customer. And the biggest thing that I've been able to see is the enhanced client communication. That's right. The way that our drones are allowing for us to be able to impress upon our clients by showing them high quality aerial visuals and 3D models of their property is absolutely crazy. And what it's allowed for us to do is provide a clear and professional way to explain project plans by making it easier for our clients to understand the scope and the value of the service that they're getting. And so when you begin to understand how you can implement drones, not only are you going to be able to do it from a perspective of data and analysis reporting, but you're also going to be able to create content. And by doing so, it's going to allow for you to be able to provide your customer with a wow moment. And by doing that, it allows for you to be able to save a tremendous amount of time, because now you can use that imagery that you collected from the drone to create 3D renderings through a lot of the products that we've been able to work with. And one of those that I would like to help you guys understand is one that I believe is really going to be helpful when it comes to 3D rendering and 3D models. And so when you begin to understand that these 3D models allow for you to be able to truly take a piece of property and turn it into something that your customers would want to know more about, we're going to begin to help you understand more and more about that every single time we come on. But for the sake of time, the number three, because number three is very important as well. It's how you're going to begin to use social media marketing in general, to be able to take advantage of AI. Now, I told you earlier that you needed to make sure that you took advantage of the technology that are already available. One of them is DeepSeek. All right, you may be familiar with ChatGPT. We love ChatGPT, but you must understand the value that's going to come by being able to work with other AI platforms that allow for you to be able to spur a tremendous amount of creativity. By being able to use a rethink tool on DeepSeek, it allows for you to be able to engage in thought in ways you never thought possible. So it's not just spitting something out, it's giving you common sense understanding on why it gave it to you. And this is something that is necessary for a business owner, because it's something that you want to begin to understand. And so what we're going to talk about today is how your media in order to be able to help your business grow. And I'm going to go ahead and plug up my computer. Excuse me, guys. All right. And so with that, we're going to jump straight into this next thought consciousness, which brings us to an ability for us to be able to understand how AI enhanced social media campaigns are truly changing the way in which we do business. So I'm talking about AI platforms like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, that allows for you to be able to segment your clients based on a lot of the ways that you send out emails and or promotions and or what I like to call offers. That's right. Have you ever understood an offer? An offer is something that a customer had no idea that was coming their way, but you gave it to them anyway because it sounded so good that they couldn't pass it up. And so when you begin to create more offers for your clients, you're going to be able to generate a tremendous amount of business. And one of the ways that you begin to do that is with AI enhanced marketing tools. And by being able to use these tools, you're going to be able to buffer this thought consciousness of AI that can measure engagement, trends, and most importantly, suggest the best times to post. See, by working with something like Facebook, guys, you're going to be able to segment your target audience by just simply making an ad, okay? AI has gotten so transformative that they don't want you to create a detailed target audience. They already know who you're looking for based on the content of your ad. So now by being able to run an ad on social media, you're going to reach the right audience automatically. So I want to break down some of the ways that marketing is helping. But if you could, Marv, help us understand how you're using social media in a way that, or marketing rather, in a way that's allowing for you to implement AI.
Um, Man, that's a great question. Man, like you said, we use a lot of with your Mailchimp, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know what I mean. I mean that is definitely a
Constant
good one.
contact. Yeah.
Constant contact. I mean that is honestly our main one is constant contact because we can continue to keep on um like you said, just throwing those campaigns out there
Mm-hmm.
and and continue to having those offers and man that I mean it really works because once you continue with that and just start feeding that AI and like you said you can go ahead and it's crazy because like you're talking about DeepSeek, you can go ahead and you can kind of have an idea on what's going on and then from there you can put it into your DeepSeek, go ahead get an answer from there, then you go ahead and put it into your constant contact and have that thing start working for you. And
Yeah.
before you know it, man, you got offer after offer, then you can go ahead and after a while you can just put it say put it in a DeepSeek and say, hey, put it into a schedule,
Mm-hmm.
so then from the schedule, man, now
Mm-hmm.
you got a
Mm-hmm.
campaign going just before you know it, just off of something that you was riding in traffic and thought about
Right. Right.
and spoke it into your deep seek and and held it until you got to a stable place where you could kind of just really brainstorm with it for a minute and let it go on and and do what it needs to do. So
Hey, yeah, that's deep. That's deep. I tell you, one of the things that I like to do with DeepSeek, and it's really powerful because it allows for me to be able to take advantage of the emails that I get on a continual basis. A lot of people email me, and a lot of times those emails have to do with business. They have to do with all types of different things. I'm able to take that, copy and paste, throw it in DeepSeek, and tell them to tell me exactly how to respond in a specific way that I would like to, and then it does it in the most professional manner that you could have ever imagined. But it even allows for me to be able to understand some of the ways that I should be thinking when dealing with this debt collector or when dealing with this particular homeowner. And
right,
that's something that is
right,
that you don't get with Chat GPT. And that's
right,
why we're encouraging everyone to begin to look at a lot of these other AI platforms, specifically DeepSeek, as it's something that you can easily download to your phone. So
yeah,
that's very, very, very important. I would definitely
yeah.
say that that's been big for us, man.
Yeah, so and then because it you might be just thinking one way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
About the, you might have, feeling into it more than, you really put it into thought. So,
Mhm,
that works, what I'm saying, you put it in there and it definitely really works. Improving customer engagement. You know what I mean?
yeah,
You could go ahead and that's another big one, improving customer engagement as far as the your marketing for the
mhm,
for your
mhm.
AI. So
Yeah, no, I agree with that for sure, for sure, for sure. And we see that often when it comes to how we can improve our customer engagement. It really comes down to how well we can begin to improve efficiency. And so, what we started to find out when we look at this thought consciousness of marketing our business, we begin to use these AI platforms like Mailchimp, ActiveCampaign, and Constant Contact, so that we can completely transform our landscaping business marketing approach. You see, no longer are we waiting in order to follow up with our customers. These tools make it easier to reach the right audience with tailored messages that resonate. They're going to get it. These are going to be something that creates within them a call to action. We're going to be able to create an AIDA framework where we create an attention, an interest, a desire, and then a call to action. So by improving engagement by driving sales, what we're going to be able to do is provide a framework that allows for us to be able to get better audience segmentation. And what is audience segmentation? A lot of people don't understand that. Well, with AI-powered marketing platforms, what it's allowing for you to do is analyze your customers' data. Okay, so that's what Facebook is allowing for you to do. Analyze your customers' data. That's what all social media platforms allow for you to be able to do. If you're paying them, they're giving you analytics that allow for you to be able to analyze the data. But more importantly, you're going to be able to take that audience data and divide it within your audience into specific groups. And so now you're going to be able to understand behaviors, preferences, locations, past interactions. For example, think about it. If for a segment of your clients, you were to include into the categories residential property owners, how much more effectively is that AI ad going to run on your behalf on Facebook, on Instagram, on Meta, or on, TikTok, all these different platforms? They're going to run extremely well because you've been able to segment your audience, which ensures that you send relevant messages to each group, such as offering particular services according to the niche area that you may be marketing to. And that's what we found with the ways in which we're approaching marketing, is that it's not only allowing for us to segment our audience so that we can be able to send tailored emails to them, but it's also providing us data-driven personalization. So these tools are allowing us to analyze our customers' interactions when they click on our email. So whether or not an email was open determines a lot on whether or not another email is going to be sent. And it also determines which email to send. So this automation tool allows us to be able to determine when somebody opens an email, what they're clicking on, if they're visiting our website, but most importantly, it allows for us to shape a campaign. Now, I want you to think about this. Just imagine a client who really clicked on a email advertising, something like a patio design, and when they clicked on that service, the system ensures that the future communications highlight that specific thought consciousness. That is the power of marketing with AI. Marketing with these tools such as ActiveCampaign, Constant Contact, MailChimp, and the list goes on and on. I can go on and on, but it does say what we're doing is we're automating our email workflow, guys. And so when you think about how you're going to be able to market your business, remember, the fortune is in the follow-up. Yeah. Okay? So when you begin to understand the fortune is in the follow-up, automated email workforce allows for you to be able to think about a customer from a perspective of automation. All right? So this is a game changer. You got to get this, guys. Now, an AI platform that can send a series of emails based on specific triggers. For example, all right, prospects who sign up for your newsletter or maybe sign up for your offer can be automatically sent an email as a sequence that introduces them to that service in a more effective way. Maybe allows for them to watch a video that then gives them a call to action for their first booking. This is the type of technology that we're now able to utilize on these same platforms like MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, and so many others that AI has now integrated into that makes it 10 times more efficient than that of us just being able to send out a blast email. It's so much more. And so what I've been able to identify with that is that this is going to change the way in which we do business. But Marv, I wanted you to talk about some of the benefits that you see of an AI driven market within the landscaping industry?
Stronger client relationships.
Mm,
You
yeah.
get, you know what I mean? I mean, man, just because I mean, you got AI working for you, 24/7, man. I mean, you following up, and like you said, the fortune is in the
Right.
follow up, man. And you
Right.
continue to just keep on clicking, man. And you keep on, hitting them like, man. As soon
Yeah.
as I hit, he hit right back, man. You ain't hitting nobody. You out there on the doggone job, you
Right.
know,
Right. Right.
you know, going, doing your work, but you have all your systems in place. And
Yeah.
so when a client does hit, man, man, now guess what? Now you got them on the phone, your AI is talking to them on the phone.
Mhm.
They've sent over everything, you know what I mean? And then boom, you call right back. You might personally call back because your systems are set up in place where you're like, man, I just hit you. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a notification saying that you have a new work request form. That's been filled out, and and they've given all the information, and boom, you follow right back up with them in the first 3 or 4 minutes of them hitting, reaching out to you, man. And man, it kind of just goes from there, man. And then you go out there and, and just, have a good idea, have a good go back to the lab once again, and have a good, a beautiful design that you done worked on with 3D, your 3D sketch up from your aerial view shots from your drone. And what I mean, it's like a domino effect of it, man. So
Yeah.
it's definitely, what I mean, that's one benefit right there is
Yeah.
stronger client relationship, but it's kind of like a domino effect off of that,
Right.
that continue to keep on, scalability, you know you know what I mean, customer improves customer engagement. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You can go ahead and improve that, your customers' engagement of, like you said, what they're seeing, what they're not seeing. This person algorithm might be a little more. So, now the AI has, start to understand the algorithm. So, more things are going out to
Right.
this person
Right.
because they're more, engaged than,
Yeah. Yeah.
maybe someone else, maybe because
Yeah.
of age,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
male or female. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
And like you said, that improved customer engagement now says that these personalized campaigns are going to make clients feel valued. And when you
yeah,
can begin to make a client feel valued through an email, you then begin to understand that emails that address a specific pain point that a customer has are more likely to grab their attention and inspire them to action. And so that's what we're talking about when we're saying higher conversion rates. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about stronger customer relationships. And then also being able to improve that customer engagement, it equals higher conversion rates, guys. It equals a tailored message that leads to better responses. For an example, just based on what I've been able to see, a promotion that is targeted at past seasonal clients that we would have worked with, meaning that these are customers that we did in the spring or in the summer or anytime in the past. And then when we find ourselves around that same time the following year, just reaching out to them and letting them know that we provide, although we did drainage this time, we provide other services, allows for us to truly be able to give our customers a higher conversion rate because they're more likely able to understand that because they've done business with us once, if they
or
have a need, they're going to want to do business with us again. And so these are some of the ways that you can begin to practically implement these skills. Focus on seasonal promotions. If you're a
yeah,
landscape professional, I want you to begin to use AI. Maybe it's ChatGPT, maybe it's DeepSeek, okay? But you begin to use AI to identify the most active times of the year for services like leaf removal if you're a lawn care professional, for something like paper patios and retaining walls if that's what you do, or for even providing potential cleanups and
reputation.
all other different niche services. As you can begin to better identify when these services are done, maybe you're going to get something that you never thought of, such as, hey, a lot of this stuff goes on after tax time. Yeah, it makes sense, but you don't understand it until you truly are able to see why they said that. Okay, it's based on statistics. And when you can read the statistics, especially when they come from your backyard, that's what AI is doing. It's not giving you a broad United States thought consciousness. You can ask it to give you the consensus within your backyard. And when you can begin to do that, it allows for you to begin to also begin upselling and cross-selling. You see what I'm saying? So now this AI thought consciousness is going to allow for you to suggest related services to your clients. So now your clients are going to be able to see that you are engaged with their needs just based on what you seen the last time. Being able to add that into your notes. And so those are some of the things that I believe that are going to be very important as a post follow-up in order to provide these applications. And then also in regards to some of the things that you will provide or that you may see that this will provide for others, Marv, when it comes to practical examples. What are some that you may see?
I would say follow-ups,
Mm-hmm.
post service follow-ups, man.
Yeah,
After you then put your leaf, removal deal out, you know what I mean? You done put that patio, you done put that paper patio post out, you put your cleanup out, follow back up. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's
Follow
good.
back up with, just a reminder email, or maybe some kind of percentage off,
Yeah,
email type
yeah,
deal,
yeah, yeah,
just to keep the party alive, to, to see what's going on. And then also, that re-engages, the client as well, a lot of time, not even client, but just a lot of people, because you're like, oh yeah, it is almost about springtime. We can go ahead and get that cleanup, just because we seen those weeds in those beds, blah, blah, blah. And just, before you know it, it's you have a potential client.
yeah, yeah. And especially being a repeat customer, those are the best customers. And so when you understand that thought consciousness, it definitely brings us to the understanding that with that comes the ability over time for you to become an expert. So you being able to plan or host a webinar that benefits a particular sustainable landscaping, that's going to allow for you to be able to draw in a larger audience. And then as you just said, Marv, back in the day, man, I remember this. We had to manually send out each one of those emails. Now we plugged them into the CSV file, but that
Yeah.
was it. It sent an email, but it wasn't corresponding based on the way that an individual clicked, and then us being able to ensure that AI wasn't even available. What they call CRM or constant contact type platforms. And
Right.
so it does require a lot of you all that if you had something like a MailChimp, if you did have something like a constant contact or a active campaign, it requires you to begin to look at it again. Pipe Drive is another one. It requires you to look at it again because they're changing to the extent that it says that once you make that initial follow up, it's going to do its work for you. It's going to continue to follow up for you. So, I want to help you understand why it's necessary to begin to use an active campaign, a MailChimp, or some type of email marketing service, is because it's allowing for you to begin to use marketing tools that provide solutions. And see, these solutions are tailored to modern customer service expectations. That's
Yeah.
what we must begin to understand. And they allow landscaping businesses like us to design and deliver effective campaigns without requiring deep marketing expertise. I can't even tell you how much money I used to spend on marketing that I no longer have to, based on the 5 or 6 subscriptions that I have for less than $25. It's very, very important for you to understand, because by leveraging these features like audience segmentation, automated workflows such as these automated emails that come out based on someone clicking on your stuff, and most importantly, smart personalization, okay? You can connect with your clients in a way that allows for them to feel authentic, for you to feel authentic. And the best part of this is that these platforms continue to evolve every single day. They get better and better. And so improving the precision and the impact of your campaigns with AI powered marketing, you can begin to transform your landscaping business into a dynamic, client focused operation. And by doing so, that allows for you to stay a step ahead of the competition. And that's why we wanted to make sure that we brought this to you today. Now, we do got about 15 minutes before we wrap up, and that's going to allow for us to be able to just talk to you about some of what we talked about today. But I did want to see if, Marv, you wanted to elaborate on the consciousness of creating personalized marketing campaigns through AI platforms such as ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, and Constant Contact and things of that nature.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, if you haven't worked with anything like that, don't let it be intimidating to you. Just go ahead and just, start to do some research on it. Perhaps you might, I mean, if you're not doing your marketing yourself, go ahead and talk to, whoever markets, maybe it's in-house, maybe it's your secretary, maybe it's your wife, however it is, girlfriend, family member, and you guys just come together and really think about it, because I know a lot of you like, man, I don't know anything about AI. I don't even know what these guys talking about. This and that. It's going to be. I mean, it definitely is the way of the future, and it is definitely really really good to know. And I would say in the next 5 years, definitely, everyone is going to have to understand it, and however it is, it's going to, like you said, continue to keep getting better and better. But don't let it don't let it scare you, and just give it a shot. Do some more research on it if you're not familiar with it, because it really really works. And it just cuts down. It's like, AI can be hundreds of people if you know how to do it and put it in the right format. So it's really good. So once you get those systems in place and start to understand, it's like anything else. You understand one thing and then you move on to something something else.
Yeah,
Just
that's
continue
deep.
to keep on. Yeah. So
That's deep. That's deep. And I think that brings us to the ending thought consciousness of everything that we went over today. And I think that'll help a lot of people. And so what we've been able to help you guys understand is how you can begin to use AI to help your landscaping business thrive. And what we've been able to identify is that artificial intelligence is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. In fact, it's transforming the landscaping industry by streamlining operations, improving customer expectations and experiences, and driving business growth. Okay, so now by being able to leverage this cutting edge AI technology, you're going to be able to take your landscaping business leaps and bounds. You're going to be able to step ahead of the competition and deliver exceptional services. And one of the ways that you're going to be able to do that is by enhanced customer services with something as similar as a chatbot that allows for you to be able to provide answers to your customers 24/7, that eliminates you from being able to have to answer the phone. This all gives you the ability to be able to integrate a way for you to be able to surely give your customers more than that of what they were expecting. And that's what's going to give you the competitive edge. Another thing that we'd like to say is that what we've been able to help you with today is understanding the efficiency of using drones to not only plan out your entire project, your landscaping project, but to also create the content that's necessary. So by using these AI-enabled drones, it simplifies property surveys, for one, because it captures high resolution images. You see, aerial, as I would like to say, images, and creating 3D detailed renderings allow for you to be able to provide your customers with that wow factor. You see, nobody's doing that. And so when you can begin to do that, it helps you assess the terrain. It allows for you to estimate costs accurately. And then most importantly, it allows for you to be able to have a design that allows for it to be something that your customer sees as a natural feature. And that's what we want to provide for our customers. And for instance, for me, drones can help me identify drainage issues in areas that need to be dealt with in ways in which we never would have been able to do just based on maybe how big the property was on a commercial real estate. And so these are just some of the ways. And another thing that we talked about is your personalized marketing campaign, using these tools in order to help you be able to leverage. And so when we think about MailChimp, Active Campaign, Calendly, or I'm sorry, Constant Contact, what we see is that it's empowering your marketing efforts by creating customized campaigns that are targeted specifically to your customers. All right. So now you're going to be able to use AI to analyze your customer behavior. It's never been done before. And so, with that, you're going to be able to now send tailored emails that are based on the engagement of the individual that opened the email. You're going to be able to respond to people via social media that align with their landscaping needs. For instance, you may find yourself in a position where you can promote drought resistant plant designs to homeowners based on their location. You may find yourself being able to do as we do, and in the suburban areas, promote landscape drainage solutions. And the best part about it is, if you use AI, it can tell you based on the description of the individual that submitted their information. So now everybody that submitted the word drainage, you're going to be able to send them an email. And that's the type of technology that we're talking about. Along with that, smart pricing, AI-based cost calculators. Marv, do you got any other thought consciousness you want to throw in here that you may see that the marketing thought consciousness, or I'm sorry, everything that we've talked about today, and even something that we may not have touched on that you would like for people to understand? Because, definitely marketing is going to be big. Definitely being able to understand how you can begin to use drones for content creation is going to be big. And then definitely understanding how you can begin to utilize your business in a way that allows for you to thrive in 2025 using AI through CRM system is going to be big. But definitely would love for you to, expand upon any more that you may think.
Yeah, I mean, just if you're not using, like I said, if you're not using anything like that, yet, just go ahead and try something. Just and kind of just go from there. I know you just were talking about the drone, and I was just thinking, like, man, just so many things with the drone, because now they have the drones. I mean, I like them so much because, DJI has that new drone where it goes by your face. So,
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
I don't know the name of it. It's a smaller drone, but I'm just
yeah.
thinking, a lot of times I was, you have your videographer right there. That might put a videographer out of business in a
Out of
sense
business.
of,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
because,
yeah, yeah. Because
it's
it's
doing the
it's
face
gonna do the drone fly back and everything for you.
it's gonna do the
Yeah,
face recognition, so you can sit there and
everything.
you be talking to the drone. It looks
Yeah,
like the doggone
yeah, yeah. That's
videographer.
deep.
It's already in 4K, man. You just rapping, talking. You got your
That's
mic
good.
on.
That's good.
It's small. It's gonna follow you around the whole property because it's face
Right,
recognition. You
right.
talking to the guys, interacting, man.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can put the height you wanted at to fly at, everything, man. So, it's
Mhm.
small, it's compact. So, it's like, man, it just has so many benefits of it. And, now this stuff is not hard. I can set this stuff up. So, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
nothing to be scared of because it's one, two, three. They
yeah,
have it
yeah.
that simple now because technology is starting to get, it's still in, technology has moved a long way from, you
Right.
know, the past until now, but man, it still has
Mhm.
so far to go. But at the same time, you go ahead and set it up to your phone, set it up to your microphone. Man, I mean, you got it, and yeah, that's all to it. I mean, it's not a lot. So I would just challenge anyone to, if they don't have any kind of um, you know, artificial intelligence, that's taking place in their business, if it's out in the field or, if it's in the office, however it is, if it's, via setup with your voicemail, things of that nature, give it a try because I promise you, once you start implementing those systems, you forget about them. You true enough, you still check on them to see if they're, running how they're supposed to be, but it just takes that stress off of you. And then guess what? The most importantly, you don't have to pay them.
That's right. That's right. It's gonna put more time on your clock and more
That's
money
right.
in your
Money in
pocket.
your pocket. That's
Yes,
right.
indeed. And so, what we've learned today, guys, and I appreciate you guys for being here. We did want to keep this within an hour. We may go just a little bit over, but what we said is that the industry is changing. The landscaping industry, as we know it, is changing, and it's going to change, and it's going to continue to evolve. And AI is here to stay. And so, it's evolving in a way that allows for AI to be at the forefront of this transformation. All right.
Yep.
So, by adopting AI powered tools, landscaping business now have the ability to unlock new levels of efficiency, profitability, and most importantly, customer service. All right. And with that, you're going to be able to understand the advantages that maybe you never even thought about, but now are going to be accessible, and they're going to be able to be used in a way that you never thought about. And so one thing that I want to make sure that I would have done without getting off here is help you understand some of the ways that we're using technology. Now, I've talked to you about getjobberbusiness.com. That's our CRM system. I'll put the link in the description below. Another thing that we're using is called the Cardius AI's digital business card. These are AI widgets that allow for you to take a paper business card or a website and to turn it into something that is going to provide your customer with a wow factor, but most importantly, allows you to turn potential clients into high converting cash clients, paying clients with the click of a button. I can't wait to tell you more. If you want to know more, all you have to do is go to www.cardiast.com, or just simply find me on YouTube at Greg Brooks Digital, or you can find me on Instagram at Greg Brooks Digital, which is where I like to communicate the most. Marv, if you don't mind, if you would tell the people how they can find you and some of the ways and things that you may be doing.
Absolutely. So you definitely can catch up with us on IG as well. And our handle is Ultracut, ULTRACUT, Ultracut. And then also you can find us on YouTube, and we are simply Premium Greens with a Z, GREENZ as in zebra, landscape and design, Premium Greens Landscape and Design. So absolutely, you can go ahead and find us on those platforms as well. Facebook as well, simply Premium Greens Landscape and Design as well. And hey, we'll be looking forward to interacting with you all. If you have any questions, please feel free to message either one of us, and we'll definitely get back with you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Make sure that you check out gregbrooksdigital.com. You can call me, text me, email me. I'll always be sure to respond. And then it also says that as you continue about this journey, our number one goal is to help you continue to grow. So we're going to be talking about a lot of things that are going to help you over a consistent period of time. One of those thought consciousness is going to be how we begin to help you prepare not only for a digital age, but for an ever evolving age in which you're going to be able to start changing the way that you get paid. That's right. We want you to begin to look at yourself not only as a landscape professional, but also as an expert. So we're going to help you better understand some of the ways that you can use your expertise to help out some of the people in your own community, as we've been able to do in the same way we've been able to provide this content to you. So if this has been of any value to you, make sure you smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe for more information. And as we get back on the next episode, we're going to be talking about SEO. That's right, how you can begin to use SEO to make it easier for your clients to find you. We're talking about something as simple as, hey, go to Google and type in Brooks Landscaping retaining walls. And now all of your information is easily accessible. This is something that I've been able to do, Marvin's been able to do, and it took us no money. And we're going to show you how you can begin to do it as well in our subsequent videos at our recession-proof landscape group, brought to you by the Landscape Geeks Learning Academy. I'm your host, Greg Brooks Digital, my boy Marvin Ingram with Premium Greens, and we're so glad that we was able to have you on today, and I can't wait to see you again next time. Have a good one, everybody. Peace out, Mar.
I appreciate it, bros.
Yes, indeed. I don't know how to...